Hi, this is Marquita, and welcome back to Healthy Living. You can reach me at You can reach me at actually healthyliving.company. That's healthyliving.company. So you can see everything that's going on with my site. I have Keita's egg toast. I have Keita's gumbo. So you can send me a message, or you can call me here also at the Next Level Studios, which is 310-549-1113. 310-549-1113. Now, also there I have my Arbonne products that are pure and beneficial. My website is there, so you can click on that and go straight to that. I'll go into that in more details in a few minutes. Now, the producer of the show is T Jams. That's TJAMZ, and you can reach him at tjamsmusic.com. There he has a list of songs that you can write to. You can send it back to him so he can review it. Also, he does web designs as well, so he does all kind of things there. So go to his website and check it out. Also, you can reach him at the Next Level Studios as well at 310-549-1112, 310-549-1113, 310-549-1113. Okay, so now let's get into what I was going to tell you about the Arbonne products. We have a 30-day and beyond program that helps you to lose weight. So we have protein shakes. So you can have a replacement meal, one or two, depending on how much you're overweight. But you just have to get started. So Arbonne products are pure and beneficial. They're botanic. They're also fruit based. They're vegan products. Also, there's no soy in these products. Soy is not the thing to do. It used to be in the past, but we found out it mimics estrogen, so we don't want that estrogen in our system, especially for us women, to prevent increasing of cancer. Now, so in the 30-day and beyond plan, there's vanilla and chocolate shakes, and those are 170 calories. A replacement shake, you can pick chocolate or vanilla. You can rotate it as well. Also, we have fiber that you can put in the fiber boost. Now, a good thing about fiber, it helps to not only curb the appetite, but you want to make sure that you have it bowel movements every single day, at least 1 to 3 times a day, not every 3 days. That's old. We don't do that anymore. You got to have them every day. So this is another way you can have your fiber as well. Now, also in the kit, we have what we call fizz sticks. And fizz sticks, it's not like coffee and chocolate that, you take and it shoots you up and then it brings you down, you get a headache. You just top off a bottle of water, take one of these packs. It has B vitamin in them. So it's a natural way to bring up your level without dropping you down again suddenly. We have citrus and we have pomegranate. So you just put it in the water, take it with you. And you drink it, and it sustains you throughout the day. So again, it comes in pomegranate and citrus. We also have what we call fizz chews. Now, fizz chews is another way of getting fiber. They look like little caramel candies. It actually comes in caramel, it comes in chocolate, and it comes in lemon. Now, don't set these out on the table because they are fiber. It helps to curb your appetite as well. It's also good, so you can give one to your child or your children, because they also need to not be constipated. So they need to go every 1 or 3 times a day as well, not every 3 days. So you want to talk to them, check their stools, make sure they're not having little balls or hard rocks, because that means they're constipated. It should be some kind of form and some went to their stool. So this is a good way to get that to your children as well. Now, we also have Detox Plus, which is actually Digestive Plus, which, we need good prebiotics to make good probiotics. And our gut, 80% of our gut is our immune system. So we want a healthy gut. So if you have fat around your gut, including the sides, because a lot of fat can hide here. It can hide from down here all the way up here. So if you have that going on, you want to decrease that and get that fat off of your gut, because then that impacts your immune system. Also, we have what we call herbal tea. This is still part of the 30-day and beyond plan. You get the herbal tea, which is a detox tea, which helps to detox your liver and your kidneys. Those are our primary organs that help us get those toxins out of our system. So actually, there's proven research that if you have a hot tea with your meal, then it helps to ease the digestion along. So not only is it going to detoxify, it's going to help ease your digestion. So go ahead and grab that as well. We also have 7-day colon cleanse to help you on your way to get you jump started and get the toxins rolling out of your system, because we want that waste out of our system. That's why it's called waste. Our body doesn't need that stuff. So you can also choose and build your own 30-day plan, 30-day and beyond plan. It has also a study guide with suggested different types of foods you can eat to help you along with your progress. Now, also if you choose to just want the protein shakes, you can grab those too. They come in individual envelopes. They could, like I say, there's vanilla and there's chocolate. So you can get those on your way and on your go out the house. We have the protein cup that you can utilize. It has a little metal ball in there for great mixing. Now, another thing that's very important is that you use the proper milks for your shakes. You want to stay away from cow milk because, especially fat, the 100%, that's fat, saturated fat that we don't need. It's basically for cows, really, not for us. So you want to use rice milk, almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk, goat milk. If you need to transition from cow milk, you can start with 2%, 1% and transition to lactose-free milk, which is a little more healthier for you. And if you have problems with lactose intolerance, this will be better for you as well. So you won't have all that diarrhea. Now, another thing I do with my shakes is I get wonderful blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. And what makes it, a way you can keep them fresh is to, you clean them and you freeze them. Then you can take them out when you want to use them. So what I also do is I mix them, I put them in ice trays to freeze them, then you can pop them in your shakes. And you can pop them in there as you're going out the door. And then it melts and it's just wonderful in your protein shakes. So you can use whatever berries you need, bananas, oranges, apples. If you're going to use apples, green are more fiber, so those are better for you. Grapes, plums, carrots, avocados, cucumbers, kale. You can put anything in your shakes and make it a variety and change it up. So then you're not bored, right? Okay, so another thing you can do to give to the children, we have protein bars, and they're 170 calories. So they have fiber as well, but they don't have all that fat and sugar in there like a bunch of donuts and cakes and cookies. And I hate to go to homes with my children and see there's bowls of cookies and cakes. That's not good for our children. We have an epidemic of obesity, including children 5 and under. So we need to make sure that we're bringing the children healthy snacks home and not giving them all those, like when they first get home from school, you give them a full meal, like a sandwich and some more food, right? They don't need all that. And 2 hours later, then you're going to give them the dinner. Give them a little snack, some fruit. It's great for them. It's healthy for them. It's great fiber. Now, as well, make sure you stay hydrated. You should drink at least 64 fluids of water every day. You want to make sure you don't overhydrate, because then you can throw your body out of balance with your sodium and your potassium. If your potassium, it'll raise it. If it's too high, you can have a heart attack. So it's very important not to overhydrate yourself. Now, we also have products for athletes, the pre-indoor, for your workout. Then we have the after your workout, and we have the hydration packs as well. We have the greens. You can put those in your shakes as well. You should have at least 4 to 5 fruits and vegetables a day. If you know you're lacking and you miss some, you can throw this right into your protein shakes. We have supplements like calcium support, menopause support, several other different products that can help you. We have all kind of stuff that, possible that you can imagine that you need for your daily care, whether it's for babies, teens, yourself, or your parents, older adults. We have that as well. We also have another set of fibers called Full Control, where you have the fiber plus you have the thermal boost. If you need to increase your metabolism, you need to take thiamine. So that's in the thermal boost. So you might want to get this combination. When I first started, that's what I used to use all the time. Now, we also have all your daily facial and shampoos and care for you. We have the FC5 line, which is made from fruit cells, strawberries, mangoes, all those type of things, carrots. Then we also have the RE9 line, and this is for our older parents, you know, to help you with, it gives you sunscreen, and helps you with the wrinkles under your eyes and your skin. So we have many different products for everybody, and also mean you're not left out, because we have the RE9 for the older generation as well. We have the daily soap and lotion, there's cologne for you. We have the shaving gel. You put the pre-balm on your skin. It's like prepping your skin to help keep the hairs from pulling back into your skin, which causes the bumping, right? Then we have the shaving gel, and then we have the after balm care to help keep your skin from getting red. And most of the barbers, you know, they like to throw that alcohol on your skin after you get a shave, but that's not really healthy. Alcohol deteriorates your skin, so it's not healthy at all. Plus, it burns like heck, right? Who wants that after a shave? Also, we have the Shea Butter line, where we have the gel. You can get the body gel wash, and you can get the lotion combo. I use the lotion. I love this set. Also, we have the Shea Butter chapstick as well that you can use every day. We also have the different oils. You know, lavender is good for relaxing. Peppermint, you put a drop in, it helps to actually curb your appetite. Smelling the oil helps to curb the appetite. So visit the Arbonne site and see all the different oils we have as well. We have just about everything you can imagine to help you through your daily life. Now we also have the makeup. We have anything from CC creams to different types of foundation. We have the powder as well as the liquid. And remember now, these are pure beneficial products, so you don't need a lot. A little dab of dew and rub it in. So don't let the size fool you. It lasts a long time. Why? Because they're pure products. So you don't have all that excess stuff that most people put in products, lotions and everything. I want you to read the ingredients, because a lot of times they have in there what we call crude oil byproducts. Yes, crude oil. That's what you put in your car, right? So why would you want to put that on your skin or in your body? So what happens is you look and read the ingredients. Those crude oil byproducts are petroleum byproducts, petroleum, Vaseline, and mineral oil. So if you have those in your products, just know you're putting crude oil byproducts on your skin, which covers your pores, and you don't want that to happen, because you want to get those toxins out of your system. This is another way to do that. So I encourage you to use the Arbonne products so your family is safer and you have less junk toxins going into your body system. So we also have the sensitive line for women and that are sensitive to it. Usually tends to be our Hispanic and Asian population. So you might want to get the sensitive line before you try the other products. Now also I want to encourage you guys about how you eat. So we have what we call lectin. Lectin is on a lot of the products. And that's why I don't eat strawberries as much, because it's difficult to get the lectin out. Lectin causes your GI tract disturbance, and it allows toxins to get out into your system. So I do not eat strawberries anymore. Also, if you're going to cook pinto beans, if you're not going to pot boil them all until you from start to finish, you want to at least pot boil them for at least 10 minutes before you put them into the crock pot, because you want to make sure you get that lectin destroyed. And remember, lectin, it destroys it irritates your GI tract, so it allows toxins to get into your system. So you want to make sure you do that. Make sure when you're using products, you're making sure that you use brown. Yes, brown is your friend when it comes to rice and pasta and noodles and tortilla shells and bread. Bread, though, you want to use the wheat, especially wheat bread or bagel, because the white ones, it tends to they refine it, so it takes everything out of it. There's nothing left. So the bakers like to use it because it makes things fluffier, but you tend to eat more of those fluffy things because they're so light. So you want to eat the brown, the wheat, whole wheat, because it'll fill you up a lot faster as well. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, also, let's talk to you about serving sizes, which is very important, because remember I told you there's an epidemic of obesity. And parents, you know, we used to worry about it because we didn't have any major supermarkets in every community. It was like deserts, you know. There was more liquor stores than anything. So, but now that's not as much as a problem because you can order online. You can order the Amazon grocery, Instacart. There's a Walmart. There's a lot of different places you can order online, and your food is delivered right to you. So there's no more excuse about not having healthy foods. Most of the time, there's not any delivery charges because you're ordering quite a bit of products, right? Usually, it's $25 to $45 or more. You get free delivery. So step it up, parents. You bring the food into the home. Now, as far as your plate serving size, remember, half your plate should be vegetables. Yes, vegetables, fruits and vegetables, right? Half of your plate, half of your plate. So if you're having problems with your children, it's very important to make sure you sit down with your children when they start to eat and when they finish. Because a lot of people tend to eat too fast, especially children. Slow them down. If they're already overweight, give them a glass of water first, then have them eat their food. But you need to sit with them to make sure they slow down. And you need to slow down too if you're eating too fast. Parents eat too fast too. Slow down. Because it's proven research that you wind up eating 3 to 4 times more than what you normally need to eat because you're eating too fast, because it takes the brain time to tell the stomach is full. So slow down. Now, also 1/4 of that plate should be lean protein, chicken, fish, turkey, all of those different types. Now, if you're gonna do beef, make sure you get the leanest beef and they're grass fed. So make sure that when you're cooking, you're not frying. You want to stay away from frying. There's air fryers now. There's different products that give you that fried sensation, but stay away from the oil. So you want to stay away from that. Also, 1/6 of your plate, is complex carbohydrates, which is what? Your rice, your pasta, your noodles, all of that stuff. It's only 1/6 of your plate. Now 1/2, 1/6. Also, the 1/12 of your plate, you can have your healthy fats, which is your almond butter, your cashew butter, guacamole. Those type of things are good for you. Now, I want to tell you something about bowls. Now, bowls, parents think, oh, I grab a bowl and that'll take care of everything for the meal, right? Wrong. 3/4 of the bowl is rice. Now, some different places will have wheat, but it's rare, and you have to ask for it. So you want to make sure you don't have them fill that bowl 3/4, because that's what that is. Most of it is rice. Then you have a little vegetable, and a little chicken or turkey or whatever you want to put on the top, right? So let me show you what happens with that bowl. So you put it in our plate, and you spread it out. Well, I have to keep it from falling off the plate. That's just how much food it is, right? So that's way too much food. So that's way too much food for a small child, even a small adult. We should not be eating that much food. And if your child is already overweight, make sure that they're eating their fruit and not drinking their fruit. So parents, you're responsible for what you bring into your children's home, because they rely on you to bring them the food, right? Now, what I want to do is go into our show. Our subject matter today is STDs. That's sexual transmitted diseases. So
wait, stay here. Keep going.
We want to talk about this because this is becoming increasing
girl.
epidemics, and this is very important for everyone to know, because our society is getting a little too loose again. They're not protecting themselves. They're not putting on condoms. So just so you know, the information was retrieved from the STD in California Executive Summary that was done in 2016, and the CDC, which is the Center of Disease Control.
Just stand up, turn that light on right there.
It needs.
Stand up, turn the light on.
They have the sheets, and also the facts, and then it also shows you how to demonstrate the condom.
Just that one.
Putting on the condom.
Okay, sit back down.
Now, which is also very important, and I'll show you how to use that a little bit later. Now, also, you want to know the CDC will notify the different agencies of the control and interventions to reduce the STDs, right? So, noticeable increases in bacterial infections, The highest number of cases were found in California in 2016. Even higher than the last 5 years, including these are the type of diseases that have the epidemics. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis are the most common STDs. Chlamydia is the most reported STD, totaling 2.4 million cases in the United States and the District of Columbia annually. This occurs annually. Now, the highest rates among young people are from 14 to 24 years of age. The teens, they think they're invincible, so they don't use condoms, and they act recklessly when it comes to having sex. So you have to talk to your teens to teach them to protect themselves. Young adults, they tend to, they're invincible too, so they're still learning. They have multiple partners. They believe they're invincible without using condoms. Also high risk in American. For the Americans, it's like a higher risk for gay, bisexual individuals, and other men who have sex with men. Those are the highest risks, causing higher risk for serious health problems like HIV, infertility, ocular and neutrophilus infections of the brain or the spinal cord caused by spirochete and tropopenia, polydemia due to chronic untreated syphilis for 10 or 20 years. I think, what's his name, the famous mafia guy, Al Capone, he died from syphilis. He had it for like 20 years. Eventually it killed him. Okay, causes of multiple drug-resistant gonorrhea. Exposure to syphilis in pregnancies that lead to babies being stillborn and birth deformities from the congenital syphilis child born with syphilis because the mom has syphilis and she was untreated. It can cause the baby to be dead, which is still death, right? That means the baby will be born and the baby's not alive. It also causes birth defects, flat nose bridges. The bridge right here, the part of the nose is totally flat. That's not normal. It'd be like in a crescent shape, widely spaced nose, inflammation of the cornea, which can lead to blindness, brain neutrophil carponides from untreated syphilis can also cause deafness and bone deformities. Now, that's why it's important that if you're pregnant, you get your prenatal, you go to all your prenatal visits, because they do test you for STDs and infections to make sure if you do have it, they get it soon enough and get you an antibiotic so your baby doesn't have any permanent defects or problems. Chlamydia is the most common reported disease, which is an increase of 5%. The sharpest increase occurred in San Francisco and California. Now, chlamydia is a sexual disease caused by infections of chlamydia, trachomonas, transmitted through sexual contact with the penis, the vagina, mouth, or anus of an infected partner. So you can receive it. Like a lot of teens, these guys convince these girls to do oral sex, but just know if you do oral sex with the guy and he has chlamydia, then you can get it. So just be mindful of that. Also anus, because especially with men having sex with men. Now, penile ejaculation does not occur to acquire the chlamydia. Pregnant mothers can pass to their babies, like we said before, due to cervical infection is present during childbirth. So if she has the chlamydia, she can pass it on to her baby. If she has gonorrhea, she can pass it on to her baby, which can cause eye infections in 18 to 44%, and pneumonia in 3 to 16%. That can last up to a year. Wow, that's because babies' immune system are not developed yet, right? So that's why they're more vulnerable. This can really hurt your infant. So mothers, you have to make sure you get your prenatal visits. You have to make sure you're having safe sex if you're already pregnant. Now, if it's longer than a year, if a child has gonorrhea or chlamydia, if it's longer than a year, then you might want to do a further investigation because it might be sexual abuse. Someone with the disease like gonorrhea or chlamydia can pass it on to a young child. And we have that sexual abuse that does happen. So you have to be mindful of those type of things if it's continuing. Your provider will let you know as well. Now, the highest rates among young women ages 15 to 24 increase risk for pelvic inflammatory disease, chronic pelvic pain, tubular factors. It may cause infertility, right? It can have fatal ectopic pregnancies that occur outside of the womb, meaning sometimes there's pregnancies that occur in the tubes. It doesn't reach the uterus where it's supposed to go. Diseases of infertility can cause another STD called lymphogranioma, venereal, caused by a different services of the same different types of bacteria, right? But they're similar in nature. It can also occur commonly in developing world, the ones that are underdeveloped, right? Because they don't have access to care. And recently became the cause of worldwide rectal chlamydia. Remember I said, especially men having sex with men, they can pass it on because the partner has it, so they're having anal sex, so then that's what happens, you pass it on. Or if women, you let men have anal sex with you, they can pass it on to you as well. Chlamydia rates increased by 5% ongoing, increased in males by 3 to 10.5% among men having sex with men. Now, also there's been, you can get chlamydia in your throat, So remember that goes back to the oral sex, which is 0.5 to 2.3%. Now, disproportionately higher rates are among African Americans, adolescents, and young adult women that occur across the regions. There's 5.6 times higher than white young women. Chlamydia does not always show signs and symptoms. 3 out of 4 women do not show symptoms, and 50% of the men do not show signs and symptoms. This is why it goes undetected for so long. Now, symptoms that appear several weeks later, that happens as well, with additional symptoms. Women, they have, for their vagina is watery, or the mucus is smelly, the discharge is very smelly. That's why women, you should smell yourself so you know how you smell. That way when something changes, you know it's different, so then you go to the doctor. As well as men, smell yourself. You need to know what you smell like, because everybody has a different smell. It doesn't matter, you all have a different smell. So get familiar with your smell. Also get familiar with getting a flashlight and looking at yourself so you know what it looks like when it's normal, and then you know what it looks like when you're having problems. Now, so like I said, you could have the smelly discharge, you could have pain and burning sensation when you urinate, especially women. You can have vaginal bleeding. You can, between your periods, meaning you're not on your period, but you're still having bleeding. So that's significant if that occurs, women. You can also have infections of your clitoris. So be mindful. That's why I'm saying look and get a mirror and check yourself out. Know what you look like. Know what you smell like. Now, men, you could have also smelly discharge. It could be watery or mucus. It comes from your penis. The glands on the top of your penis, they can get inflamed, or your rectum can be inflamed. In both men and women as well, both rectums can be inflamed if you haven't anal sex, women. Frequently voiding, because your bladder is also irritated because it's all down there. Your urethra is there. So it's all irritated. So you can have frequent voiding, you can have burning sensation when you urinate, pain and swelling in one or the other testicles. You can, this is for men, so your testicles could be swollen and irritated. It could be one or it could just be both. Now, symptoms for the rectum, there's rectal pain. You have swelling, smelly, watery mucus discharge, and bleeding, usually, and then also your rectum is unusually sore. You know, normally you can have a bowel movement if you're constipated. Sometimes it's a little irritated, but this is more than that, and it's going to be ongoing. Now, diagnosis, the way the doctor can diagnose it is usually they take a urinary test, or they use a cotton swab vaginally, or the penis or the rectum for the untreated chlamydia, maybe increase your chances of acquiring HIV. So you want to make sure you take care of these STDs because you're already vulnerable, because your immune system is a little less, so then it increases your chances of getting HIV. So you want anything to increase your chances for HIV. So you want to make sure if you notice anything different, you take yourself to the doctor right away. Medical screening is recommended yearly. Chlamydia screening for women and men having sex with men should also be screened for rectal chlamydia. Treatments now, once you get treated, it's usually treated with antibiotics. You should not be having any sexual activity for at least 7 days. After starting on the antibiotic to prevent spreading to your partner, take all antibiotics as ordered. If your partner needs antibiotics, they should get their own order. If you have it and you're having sex with your partner, both you and your partner should be treated at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to keep giving it back to each other. The one that's not treated is going to give it to you again. So women, if you treat it, if you have it, your doctor will recommend who's your partner. Don't be scared. You need to let them know. Because if the partner is not treated, you're going to get it again. So you have to tell the truth. Now, also, make sure that you take your antibiotics as ordered. You know, you may start feeling better after maybe the 4th day, but if your doctor gives you 7 days, make sure you take them until they're gone to make sure that infection is cleared up. Now, your partner has to get their own order. So, you know, guys, if you're the one who gave it to the girl, you need to let her know. But if she gets it, she knows if she's not having sex with another guy, it's you. So you have to protect yourself. You have to stay honest. If you know you're not gonna be committed, then let her know so she don't think you're committed and you're going out there having sex with all these different women, and vice versa. Make sure you're using a condom. Notification of responsibility. All sexual partners, I was just telling you that within 60 days before the onset of symptoms, you know, because sometimes it takes a while before you have the symptoms, and this is why this is now becoming an epidemic again. Okay, treatment continues. Some states may give prescriptions for their partners' therapy, but should seek their own. So some will automatically do it, and some will ask about the partners, but the partners have to go and get their own prescription, because some providers will have the prescription for the partner as well at the same time, and they should come with you so they can be treated. But either way it goes, their name is going to be reported to the CDC, because that's what they do. They report infection. So just want you to know. So just know about that. Now, prevention. Lactose condoms must be used consistently and correctly. Latex-free people with allergies, they can use the ones that are latex-free. The safest way is to be abstinent from sexual activity. Now, also activity for vaginally, anal, or oral sex. You know, you can still get these different diseases. Now, I also want to properly demonstrate how you use a condom, how you put it on, how you take it off. So that's very important. So you can practice with your teens, and women, you should have your own condoms. So if your boyfriend or man don't have their condom, then you can still be protected. Make sure you look at your package to make sure it's not expired. You want to definitely keep it out of heat because it can deteriorate the condom. So what's most important is you want to make sure that the top of the condom, the tip is at the top. So that little tip right there should be free. It should be there, and it should be free. And then you hold the condom and you roll it down, right? Roll it down. If you don't know, then this is what you gotta do. Now, so the tip is gonna be at the top. So that should be free. That should not be on the penis glands. It should be free at the top, which is about a half inch to an inch at the top. The other most important thing is after ejaculation, there's the rim, the end of the condom. So you want to make sure after you ejaculate, men or women, and the men don't do it, say, wait a minute, because if you don't hold it, it's going to go back into the vagina. And so you defeated the whole purpose of wearing the condom. You may get pregnant and you may still be exposed to the STD. So it's very important that you keep the tip right at the top of the penis. It has to be free and it has to be there. And you have to make sure that you hold in the rim at the ejaculation before you pull out. Otherwise, it will pop back in. Okay? So that's what I want everybody to make sure that they're using safe sex. Use the condom. Make sure you have the proper size of the condom, because if it's too small, then it's not going to help you. It's going to break. It strangulates the penis. So you want to make sure you get the right size, the proper size. You want to also make sure that it's not expired. So this is for men as well as women. So make sure that you check yourself out. Get a flashlight, smell yourself, see how you smell. Now, syphilis does have some other signs. You can get sores in the palm of your hands. You can get them on your back. So if you notice your mate has some rashes on their palm of their hands or their back, then they may have syphilis. Have them get tested. Sometimes with gonorrhea, you can get the sores that develop around the penis or the vaginal area. So you just have to be mindful of your body. That's why I want you to check it with a flashlight. Know what you look like normally. So when something happens, then you can go to the doctor. Get familiar with how you smell. So if you have chlamydia and have those terrible smells, sometimes the drainage looks like cottage cheese as well. So just know you have pain or burning, there's something going on. So get yourself to the doctor. So making sure you take care of yourself is very important. And it's very important if you practice. Women, make sure you practice on, get you some hot dogs or some Hillshire sausage, whatever, but practice so you can put it on right. The same thing is for the men. Make sure you practice so you know how to do it. And then leave the tip at the top and make sure you hold the rim before you pull out. Okay, so we're going to go to a break, and then we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll get into the demonstration for the easy motion exercises. So I'll see you in a few minutes.
You just cut it off. Just cut it off and just go over here somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Give it to you, Paul.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just used it to
Put
demonstrate.
those over between one of those cushions right there. I'm gonna put these in the garage. When you come, you might want to give them some of these. 4 or 5 at a time.
Oh. How often do you give it to me?
Once a day. You give them 4. We don't eat the bones up.
No, you don't.
These are better for
So
me.
he gets it. Okay, so if
I just
how do
told
know-
you, if you want to give him some, give him once a day, 4. That's all you have to do. Just told you. You're getting too close to the table, to the computer now. No, it's the wrong angle too. I didn't get a chance to get the onion rings and all that, so I'll get a chance to get a little later. You might hear.
We have fries.
Okay, that's not what I said. I said when I get finished, I can do that, or we can have the sandwiches, turkey sandwiches. Those are the only two options. I didn't say nothing about fries. I said I forgot to get the onion rings and the other fish. And I didn't forget. I didn't get a chance to go up there to the opposite where I get it. So.
Yeah, you got time.
No. Whenever you're ready, you can get them. Unless you want to rest one more song. Go one more song. We can start with this guy. This song.
That was the right one.
Which one?
The one you just emailed me.
I don't know the name of it. What is it?
Something about ride or something?
Ride with you?
Yeah. I responded back with an email though.
What?
To tell you.
What?
I responded back with an email to tell you.
We'll get it started. Go ahead.
Okay, hi, and welcome back. So I'm going to give you some exercises that you can do while you're lying, sitting, or standing, okay? The most important thing is to get started, right? So you can do these, this is what I call sitting sit-ups or either lying. You can do this anytime, whether you're on the couch or in your bed, right? So what you want to do, the most important part is to hold your stomach in. So you want to go down and come up, And if your stomach is in the way, it's okay. Just keep going. Go as far as you can go. The most important thing is to get started. And then you can move your arms along with you, right? Hold your tummy in every time you do your exercise. Now, when you get a little bit more advanced, then you just scoot down, right? So then, same principle. Hold your stomach in, and then you can scoot down all the way when you get more advanced, right? So hold your tummy in. It's the same principle, right? Now, for more demonstrations while we're laying down, depending on how advanced you are, you can use these retention bands. Or if you don't have the bands, if you have a rope or a belt, and you need help, then you can also use this to pull your leg up until you get used to it, right? You may need a little help until you get more in shape. And then you want to make sure you always rotate. So you just kind of slide along, and you can have the cover over your bed or your sheet. It doesn't matter. You can slide, but you're doing exercises. Now, another thing I like to do, I like to lift like this, and I just call it like it's like I'm running and I'm laying down, right? And you just keep doing it. It's good for your abs. It's good for your top of your thighs. You can do that. Also, you can do one individual leg, and if you can't lift all the way, you can lift where you can lift, and then you rotate, right? So you can go higher. It's just getting started. And then when you get better, you can lift both. Lift wherever you can lift, right? Hold your gut in, right? Now, you can open for this inner thigh right here. Oh, I know, because it just rubs and rubs, right? So that'll work for this. So you just open and you just close, right? Remember, you always have to hold your ab in. And also, when you get a little stronger, you can lift and close. You can also do crisscross, hold your ab in, right? Or if you can't do it high up, then you can do it low, right? So you're only doing a little bit, crossing over. Another thing you can do, you can bend your knees, right? You can put your palms, make sure your palms goes on the floor, face down, and you can hold your ab in. You can hold this for 30 seconds, or you can do 3 sets of 10. All the exercises are 3 sets of 10s. And if you just start, it might be 3 sets of 5s. So it just depends on where you are, but you just need to get going. Now, another thing you can do, you can tie one of the elastic bands together to make a circle. And you can pull it up over your knees. The important thing is to make sure that you roll your hips forward. So you want to make sure that, I usually help me, I reach forward this way. That way I know my hip is rotated forward. And then what you can do is you can lift, like I said, either 3 sets of 10s or 5s, or you can hold it for a count of 30, or you can do your 3 or 10 5 sets. And then you can also, remember, keep your hips rolled in, and you can hold it, or you can do 3 sets of 10 or 5, 3 sets of 5s. You can do that, and then make sure that your hip is still over. Go to the back, and you can do the same thing with 3 sets of 5 or 10, depending on where you are. And then you want to make sure you do both sides, not just one side, both sides. Okay? Now, another thing you can do when you're on your back, again for this inner meat part, right? That rubs, you can just bend your knees, and you can open and close those. So that's right here, right? This is a good exercise for that too. So another thing you can do, you can just, for your back is really good for your back. Lower your leg to one side, right? And if you can't go all the way, go where you can go until you can go all the way down. But the whole point is to not twist with it. Keep your body aligned and let your leg go down, right? and then do it for both sides. Remember, everything is for both sides, okay? So this is also good for your back as well. So now, when you get really good, and you can use both, this is for the love handles right here. And it stretches, and you can feel it. It's also a good way to warm down at the end of your exercises, but this is good for the love handles on the side. And you can do it slowly. Slower the better to decrease muscle spasms, but do it for both sides. Now, also you can turn over, and you can be on your belly. And what you want to do is raise your ankles up, your feet up, as far as you can go. You can't do them at the same time. Do one at a time, and then do two at a time. It helps the back of your leg, it helps your buttocks, and it helps that back fat. That's how I got rid of my back fat. Okay? So, now, we're going to do some exercises
Move the blanket out the way, over there on the sofa. Put the blanket on the sofa.
that we're going to do
On the sofa.
sitting down.
Whatever.
So we still have the standing and the sitting, right? So let's do the standing. So for the standing, what would be good is, you know, developing your core, so strengthen your core. So one way to strengthen your core is to be able to hold yourself up. You know, balance yourself for the count of 30, right? And if you knew and you can't do it, then just hold on to something. Just hold on until you can get better at it. And then you can count to 30, you can count to 15. And then of course you want to do both sides, right? So you're going to hold yourself up. And what's going to hold you up is your abs and your buttocks. So just hold on, if you know, until you get used to it, because it took me a while too. So then you want to engage your core, your abs, and your buttocks. Okay, so practice that. Another thing you can do is side leg lifts. So you can raise them up, hold your tummy in, wherever you can go. You can start little, go higher. And of course you're going to do the same thing on each side. So you want to do that. Now, another thing you can do, remember when you bend, then you got to do it really slow. Because if you go too fast, if you have back problems, you're going to get the muscle spasm. So you can get some weights, 2-pounders, not very heavy. If you can't handle it at first, then do it without the weights. Then you can march in place, right, with your weights. And then you can go higher and higher. You know, wherever you are, just get going, right? That's the important thing, is to move. Because we were made to move, so we have to move. Okay, so if you don't have the weights, you can use your water bottle, right? Or you can get canned vegetables or fruits, and you can use those for your workout. That's easy as well too. Now, another thing you can do is what I call standing sit-ups. So, like I said, if you got back problems, you got to do it slowly. So you're going to go down, and you're going to go have a wide base. You're going to make sure that you start where you can start, whether it's to your knees, right, or whether it's to your calves. When you get better, when your stomach gets out the way, you can go to your ankles. Remember, you got to go slow if you have back problems. If you don't, then you can go faster. And you can go to the top of your feet, and then you can go to the floor. And this is actually a good warm down at the end, is to just hold it with your knees slightly bent. Just hold it here, and it stretches your back out. And then you can also go to the side for those love handles, right? But you gotta do it slowly if you have back problems. If not, you can go faster. Otherwise, you get the back spasms, so you have to go slowly. So, now, let's go to some exercises we can do while we're sitting, right? So, while you're sitting, you can do what I call toe marches, where you're going up and down on your toes, right? Now, another thing, one thing I forgot about, when you're standing, you can do toe lifts. And usually in the mornings when I'm brushing my teeth, because this is good for your calves and your ankles and your feet, especially if you have swelling. Now, if you have swelling and persist, you have to make sure that you contact your doctor for instructions and assistance. So you can do that while you're brushing your teeth, and you can get, depending on how fast you go, just speed it up, you can get anywhere from 80 to 100. Okay, so that's another thing you can do while you're standing. Now, when you're sitting, you can do the same thing for this inner thigh, right, while you're sitting. So this is the inner thigh. So you just make your broad V, and then you just open and close. And that's for that part of the leg, the part that rub it up loves, right? This is not where we want to rub it up dub. That's only for the bathtub, not for us. Now, you can also do lifts, leg lifts, depending on where you are, right? Some individual lifts, and where you are, whether it's low, medium, or high, eventually. And then at the end, you can always hold it up. That stretches your back out too. That's a good warm down as well. So you can do those things too as well. Now, when you get really good, you can lift. Remember, it's always important to hold your abs in. Very important to hold your abs in. So you want to lift both, right? Depends on how good you get. You can get higher, but you're going to start off with low. It's okay, because as long as you're moving and engaging, and you want to keep your back pressed up against the chair, because you don't want to use your back, you want to use your abs. So keep your abs tucked, tighten them in, hold them in, push your back up against the chair when you're doing things, right? Now, you can also do, you can lift your legs. You can do the scissors, crisscross them, right? So it helps to engage those lateral thigh muscles, right? So that's what that's for. Then you can do some slow lifts. You can lift, straighten, back, bend, and down. You can lift, straighten, bend, and down. Lift, straighten, bend, and down. So you can do these as well, all while you're holding in your abs. You want to always keep engaged in your abs, okay? Now, while you're marching, you know, you can engage your arms by using your little weights, or you can use your water for your arms. Now, if you have shoulder limitations like myself as well, for the back of your arm, you can't lift your arms too high. So leave them here and you go this way. That helps the back of your arm, and that helps that fat, that flabby fat that you get on your arms that hangs and jingles. That's what that's for, right? Now, another thing you can do, you can get a retention band and make like, you know, like tie it in the middle. You can put them on your wrist, and while you watching your favorite program, you know, you can lift up, or you can put it down here, make it more comfortable, and then you can do little curls, right? But it's supported because you're resting on your leg, on your thigh, so you can do little curls, okay? So those are some things you can do for your arm. Now, another thing you can do is, that I actually just love, is use the peddler. But just before we get to the peddler, I want to show you how to do the chair sit-ups. Now, and as you can see, you do sweat, it does work. So just know that it works. So we have to make sure we stay hydrated so that we can get some of our fizz stick. Some Arbonne. This one is citrus. Comes in citrus and pomegranate. So what you can do is you don't have to open your legs wide, but the whole point is you're going to be going up and down. And remember, this is a little easier on your back, but if you have back problems, then you want to do it slowly. So what you want to do is roll down, and if you can't go all the way, then you go to your calves. The whole point is, see how you're going up and down? See this motion? This is working your abs. So you want to do that. You can't go to the floor, you go to your ankles. You go to the top of your feet. But you have to go slowly if you have back problems. Now, then for the love handles, then you can go to the side. Now remember, you're not twisted. You're staying forward and you're moving to the side, the upper part of your body. So you want to do the same thing and go to the side. If you can't go all the way, you go to your ankles or you go to the top of your feet. And then you do the other side. Remember, you're not twisted. Your upper part of your body is moving to the side. And then you can mix it up. Go to the middle, go to the side, right? Middle. Remember, hold your ab in and go to the side. And remember, if you have back problems, you gotta go very slowly so you don't get muscle spasm. Now, I was talking to you about the little peddler. Now, little peddler with delivery and everything has cost what, like $45 maybe? It has a tension bar on it. It has a little speedometer that tells how long and how far you go. So you can adjust the tension bar depending on your level to make it a little harder. So, and if you have knee problems, you want to back it up a little bit and not be too close because it puts more strain on your knee. So it's easier if you push it back and do a little, make sure that they're further out and not too close. And so with this, you can do this while you watching Power. Is that finally? Yeah, it's crazy. All these shows are crazy. Greenleaf is off the hook. It's like whatever your favorite show. Flash is back. You know, Arrow's back. I think this is the last season. I think that's what my son was telling me about. But whatever show you watching, you can be exercising. By the time you get to, depends on the show, 3 or 4 commercials, you've already pedaled 30 minutes. If you do the whole show, that's a whole hour. Now, you can also, while you're pedaling, you can throw in your weights because you know while you're exercising and you're watching the show, it's a good show, right? So you're gonna lose track of time. So you're exercising at the same time. People say, "Oh, that doesn't help." Yeah, it does help. It does help a lot. And the more you get weight off of you, the less chances you're gonna be a diabetic. So we have an epidemic of diabetes too because we're too big. So even our children and kids love these little peppers. They will not get off of them. So you can rotate and you can let your kids do it and you can all do the exercise. If you don't have the weights, it's okay. You can use water bottles or you can use canned fruit. Or if it's too much for you, you can slow it down and you cannot use the water bottles. You cannot exercise your arms. But it's better if you do because you're going to be burning more calories. So anyway, back to our topic of STDs. It's very important that you all check yourself. Get a flashlight, man. Get a mirror. Look at yourself. Open your legs up and look down in there and see what the penis looks like. Look on top, under the testicles. See what your labia looks like. I mean, this is what you guys have to do. Men, look around your glands, because a lot of times things can hide under the glands. Women, for your labia, you know, those little folds that you see first. Look at the clitoris. You have to really investigate. I mean, open those legs and get the mirror and look, turn the light on so you know what's going on. Then I want you to do the sniff test. You have to know how you smell. So you have to know how you smell, so then when something is bad happening, then you know when it's bad, and then you can make sure you go to the doctor. The best thing to do is to make sure you use condoms. Make sure if you have a new partner, you all get tested for STDs and HIV. So that way you know who has what. And you want to stop all of these multiple partners. And teens, make sure that you're getting your HPV series of immunizations. Usually there's about 3 or 4 series, depends on the amount that they give you per injection. This helps to decrease the women and teenagers from developing cervical cancer. So you want to make sure you get that done as well. So parents, make sure you talk to your doctor about that. If you got teenagers, some doctors start at 12, some start at 13. So talk to your provider, make sure you get your child protected, as well as boys, because they get breast cancer and different things too. So don't leave the boys out. And then also, them spreading it to the females. So parents, get on the ball and get these done. Now, also make sure, I showed you how to use the condom. Make sure the tip is free. Make sure that that little tip is on top of the glands, top of the penis. Well, you guys don't know what the glands is. Make sure it's on top of the penis, free, and not on the penis. And then you want to make sure that the rim, you hold it when you pull out or after you ejaculate, because your penis is going to be smaller. So when you ejaculate, plus it's wet and slippery, right? So you want to make sure you hold onto the rim before you pull out, because what's going to happen is the condom will go back, pop right back in the vagina really quick because you're pulling out. So you defeated the whole purpose of using the condom. So you have to make sure you're doing the right things when it comes to condom use and practicing safe sex. You can't tell by looking at the guy or looking at the girl. Oh, they're pretty. Oh, they're fine. It don't matter. You can't tell what's inside the body. So you have to protect yourself. And if you find yourself thinking you may have some BD or something like that, if you're 12 and older, it's your right, teenagers, to be tested and talk to your doctor by yourself without your parents. You can also go to Planned Parenthood to get free testing and also birth control. Now, so if you want to contact me, you can contact me here. You can go to healthyliving.company. That's my website. You can click and go to Keisha's products. I have egg toast. I have gumbo. So you want to send me a message so I can make that fresh for you. And with the gumbo comes the rice and hot water cornbread. So you want to send me a message. Also, you can reach us here at the Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113, 310-549-1113. Now, also, there's the Arbonne products there. If you want to be a consultant, you pay $29, you get 35% off for the year. If you want to be a preferred customer, you pay $20, you get 20% off for the year. So this is another way you can make an extra income. Remember, the products are pure and beneficial, so they don't have that crude oil in there. So I want you to start looking at your products, look at the label, see if it has byproducts of petroleum, mineral oil, or Vaseline. That's crude oil. You don't want to put that in your body. So you want to make sure you start looking at the labels, because most of the time they fill it with that to get it more water. So that's not healthy for you. Make sure that you get the Everyday Beyond plan.
Bye-bye.
Okay, the producer is T-Jams. It's TJAMZ. You can reach him at tjamsmusic.com. Okay, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Take care.